So you've got a great handmade business idea, you've gathered your supplies, you've mastered your craft, and now you just need to come up with a name for your new shop. That should be the easy part, right? I don't know about you, but naming things is one of the hardest things for me, and if you're like me, keep watching this video where I will let you in on how to come up with the best name for your business. Hi there, my name is May Pak, and I help makers, artists, and designers make a consistent income from selling their handmade products online. I have a number of businesses of my own, from Creative Hive to my handmade jewelry shop, Tiny Hands, and I just launched a new shop with my husband that's doing really well. So I would say I have plenty of experience coming up with names for businesses or products that bring in a lot of money for us. Believe it or not, the wrong name can actually limit your business and box you in. If you're named after a specific product, for example, it will be so much harder to sell anything but that product later on. So while you might think that the product you're selling will be your only product forever, as your business grows, you will likely want to expand what you sell so you can reach more customers and offer a wide variety of unique, high-quality items, right? So like a name like Bejeweled Earrings will seriously box you in. It implies that you only sell earrings, right? You can't really branch out of that later on. I mean, you can, but it might be a little weird if a shop called Bejeweled Earrings is selling leather bracelets. So choose a name that's broad enough to describe what you are without boxing you into a certain type of product. The name should also be easy to spell and say out loud. Don't make it hard for your customers to remember. If your customers can't remember it, how are they going to find it or tell their friends about it? At the same time, an easy to spell name will also save you from quite a number of awkward conversations down the line when you're describing your business to someone and they can't really quite figure out how to spell it. So try to avoid that. And along those lines, you also want the name to be a recognizable word. So that means I recommend avoiding creating a brand new word that no one's ever heard of before, or choosing a word that's totally unrelated to your product. It will be harder to remember, it'll be harder to spell, pronounce, and it'll require spending a lot of money on brand awareness, more than is necessary anyway. So for example, when Amazon was first created, people only associated their name with a river. They had to spend so much more to get their name associated with their brand. So other examples are like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, eBay. And while it's not impossible to build a successful business with a name like that, it is a lot harder and a lot more expensive. So it's not something I recommend as small business owners do. Make sure the business name is available on social media platforms and that there is a .com domain name available that you can buy before you decide on a name. You need to be consistent across all the platforms, so you're not Denise's Designs on one and then Designs with Denise on another platform, because that will create a lot of confusion. Not only will people not know your actual business name, but you won't appear as easily in search results. To check if your domain is available, go to GoDaddy.com and type in the domain name you want, and they'll quickly tell you if it's available for sale or not. You want a .com domain because that's what most people will automatically type when looking for a website. A .net, .org, or really anything else just won't get as much traffic and could cause some confusion for your customers when they search for businessname.com and then a totally completely different business comes up. So a .com domain name is a pretty big priority for me, as this is people's default expectation for websites these days. This can be a little bit of a frustrating process if you choose a name that you really love and then find out that the domain name is taken. But I would much rather you know that it's unavailable before you spend money on creating business cards and making logos and make an announcement on your Facebook to your family and friends, right? So to come up with a list of options, start by brainstorming words that are related to your business and see what you can come up with. Don't filter yourself and write everything down. For example, my handmade jewelry business is food jewelry. So I might think of words like sprinkles, sweets, candy, bake, tasty, decadent, cherry, etc. And just dump it all out on your notepad. And something to help inspire you is if you like a certain word or the meaning behind a word, is go and find the synonyms to that word to help branch you out into different words. When you find the right words, make sure that the name itself is short and simple. I didn't name my business Handmade Food Jewelry that really smells like thefood.com for a reason. Tiny Hands is simple, short, and easy to say and remember. And I do also have really tiny hands if you want to see. And it also doesn't limit what I can make or sell. The shorter the name, the more memorable and approachable it is. But of course, the more likely that someone else has already picked it before you. I also like to mix and match 2 words together max to come up with your own unique name. So just be patient with yourself. While you might be anxious to dive right into the business, choosing the right name does take time, trust me. Be easy on yourself throughout the process and don't rush to choose a name just so you can start selling. Ask people for ideas and feedback as well, as you can sometimes get really good suggestions from other people. The names Creative Hive and my program name A Sale a Day Business System were names that other people helped me come up with, so don't be shy to reach out and ask for help. My last bonus tip for you is don't get too caught up in other people's feedback on your shop name. The name you choose will elicit a lot of different responses depending on who it is you ask. And sometimes it's not the response you want, but that's okay. At the end of the day, you are the boss of your shop, and the perfect name that everyone loves just doesn't exist. It's impossible. So go with what sounds great to you. What are some names you're considering for your business? Let me know in the comments below. While you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on some great advice for building your handmade business. Stay on to watch the next video, and thanks so much for being here.